Welcome to Orlando, Florida, and the campus of UCF. The Knights are ready to rock an FBC Mortgage Stadium, already bouncing as these fans have been preparing since early this morning. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Blackwell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tar Heels return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide, he can run the entire gamut in the route.
Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
He's going to pass. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes the offense on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly complete. At the 45 on its way. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the tailback. Across the 25, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Tar Heels look to do some damage in the red zone. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this. But
and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. This time they'll go to the running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw, it's Jefferson. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And those corner routes, those quarterbacks need to throw the ball with some air and put it towards the sideline, away from the defender. You could tell a little bit maybe underthrown. The defender doing a good job sticking with the play, getting his hand on the football, and getting the deflection.
The Knights pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Single back formation, and they give it to it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Pocket starts to collapse. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he crushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Knights. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Hamilton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Throws for the tight end. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Tar Heels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Johnson. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. One final play before the end of the quarter. A quick pass on the fly motion. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Jefferson. Fires to the big fella. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The North Carolina offense returns to the field, looking for a productive play on 1st down. The inside handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Now the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing goes straight up like a rocket. Tell the blimp guys to look out. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Jefferson. Fires to the right. And that pass picked off. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. It'll be a draw. Shakes off the tackler. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll go for it. On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Caught in the backfield, it's Barlow. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Johnson looking to throw. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They want to just keep throwing it. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Lining up to convert 3rd down. On the run, it's Harvey. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think on that 3rd down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a 4th down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go for it right here.
It would have been a 54-yarder if they'd tried the field goal. Instead, they'll try to convert on 4th and short. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Johnson wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical.
Oh, what What a grab by the defense. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potential.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Looking for more room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em. And they hooked a W in this one. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
27, UCF 7.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
See, they need more runs like that. It's just it's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass. You cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air.
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A sky-high punt. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First down here for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harvey. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Nice job by the running zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down. An easy target.
Stopped after making the catch.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Boone. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. I like this, taking the safe play, getting a positive gain, and seeing if you can build some momentum.
Well, and I think it's making the right play, Reese. That's it.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion.
Open runway ahead. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Trying play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for to score. And now the offense will come onto the field again. There have been few obstacles for... They are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Makes a man miss. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Find some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the move. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Movement here from the tight end. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Johnson looking to throw. Pressure coming. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll throw it on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out fast. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Getting some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee.